We have with us the head strategist of SNC Capital, Mr. Jagannathan Tingutla. He joins us live now. Jagannathan, good afternoon and thank you for joining us on ET Now. Are you a bit surprised that the HNI interest for Shipping Corporation of India and Power Grid, even though they were FPOs and they were priced to perfection, was quite extraordinarily high?
I think it's Coal India that was a game changer in the public issue market of India. I believe it has all the features of making a fairy tale, be it quality of the company, be it pricing, be it the listing, everything went well. And everybody made money, and in capital markets there is something called spillover effect. If something goes well and 2-3 issues after that tend to do well, I think that rub-off effect came onto the Power Grid and Shipping Corporation. And these 3 issues got about more than a 10 lakh applications bidding, and it's a very strong response. I believe that momentum can be expected going forward, and amidst of all this, even a lot of excitement in the NBFC space as well, because they are getting to give huge IPO funding to these HNIs who are eagerly going and investing. For example, in any issue where 150 times HNI vote subscription happened, that means if you have to get 1 crore allotment, you have to put in an application of 150 crore application. So it's a huge business for NBFCs. I think on the basis of the interest revenue that they are earning, I think 2010, 3-4 major PSC issues, they made about 400-500 crores of interest amount alone. The real estate public issue market has been still raising some question marks. In the 2010, we have seen 2-3 issues from the real estate space, Godrej Properties, and 2-3 players were able to do it. But excitement is not that high. And also would like to draw one more point here is that there is a huge attraction for PSU issues because the quality, valuation, everything is looking well. And in that context, private sector issues are already are unable to catch up to the excitement of the PSU issues. Even out of that private sector, real estate private sector is facing a much more problem. So technically, I think till the time this divestment activity goes on, private sector issues have to be very reasonable in terms of their pricing, if at all they have to find takers in the market. Yeah, before coming to that, all the 3 are extremely quality companies and huge asset bases, and so that is one factor that should work in their favor as far as the fundamentals are concerned. And second point is the FPO is one of the most difficult instrument to sell because it's like hitting a moving target. Whereas in case of IPO, at least there is a stationary target. In case of FPO, there is a moving target. There is always an inherent competition between the issue price and the market price that is going on. That's why it is a relatively difficult instrument to sell. We have seen in the last year with NTPC, NMDC, how those issues unable to get the excitement in the market. And in case of ONGC and IOC, as you rightly said, that deregulation pricing element is also there into that. Let's see how it goes. But as of now, the government seems to be under control to reach their 40,000 crores of divestment target for the financial year. Already they met about 23,000 crores. Remaining 17,000 crores, I think they can pull it through, be it, let's say, ONGC FPO or SAIL FPO. I believe this fiscal year, it seems things are falling in place, and it needs to be seen how it goes. But people are making money, and rub-off effect is showing robustness, and positive mood is still there in the market. I believe it was a fantastically priced issue in the sense of 1-2 price to book is a very extremely reasonably priced issue, and understandably so the issue got about 50 times over subscription. Again, for HNIs and the retail, it's a major challenge is to get the allotment in this kind of over subscription scenarios. But having said that, the listing should be fairly good, and already this December there are not much activity happening in the secondary market. That's why many traders and investors have got into the Punjab and Sindh Bank trade. I believe they should be making money. If at all anybody culprit is there for not making big money in the Punjab and Sindh Bank, it will be because of over subscription, not necessarily because of the company.